Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Stop using your physicality as an excuse as to why you're not getting women. And I've talked about this before, and when I say physicality, I mean everything. Your looks, body build, your height, all of that. And the reason why I say that, because I don't give a shit how you look. I don't give a shit how tall you are. I don't even give a shit about your damn body build. And this is coming from somebody who promotes body game. I don't give a shit what you are. If you actually take your ass outside and look around, there is some dude who is average looking walking around with a decent woman at least. And many of them are very attractive women at that. There's somebody who is not 6'2", super tall, walking around with a fine ass woman. There is somebody who does not have that like super cut body walking around with a fine ass woman. In fact, I've known some attractive women and they were stroking some guys who, quite frankly, were not like supermodel of the world type. But see, and I'll get into what all these guys have in common in a second, well, in a couple minutes. But see, here's the biggest problem I'm seeing. A lot of guys thinking, oh, well, I'm not that tall, I can't get women. Or I don't have 8% body fat, I can't get women. Or they saying something. They might be saying, well, yeah, they balding or something. They coming up with some excuse. Man, stroke all that. Forget all that. I don't give a fuck. Because like the other day on a reel on IG, it was talking about 60% of women going for guys who are over 6 feet. Okay, that means the other 40% are. I mean, whatever. There's always going to be some. There's always going to be some woman talking about she looking for this type of guy or this type of guy. But if you actually pay attention, you go outside, you go any place where there's public people, there's always going to be some short-statured guy walking around with at least a decent-looking woman. There's always going to be some guy who could stand to lose some weight walking around with a decent-looking woman. There's going to be some guy who, quite frankly, had to shave his head, and not in like a stylish way either. Because some women like bald and bearded, and I'm going to get into that in a bit. There's always something. So my thing is this. If a man who is short-statured can get a woman, if a man who doesn't have like that money-making face can get a woman, if a man who isn't like 8% body fat can get a woman, what the fuck is stopping you? And let me get into what the real problem is no matter what. The real problem is mindset. It's all up here, yo. Because even when I talk about body game, the whole purpose, ain't this some shit? Oh, well. I got a one-lane thing. I got caught up here at the wrong time. Oh, well, it is what it is. Anyway, even some guys who might not be all of that. They might not have like all that physicality, still getting some women. But you know what it is? It's their mindset. They don't give a fuck. Like I was talking like that height thing, and I've talked about that several times. Some of the biggest players I've known, they weren't that tall. They just didn't give a fuck. Or let's just be real, most men out here are average looking. Most men. And look, even though I talk, and I still promote body game, and there's a reason I promote it. I'll get into that in a second. But there's some guys, they ain't no fitness model or something. They still getting women. And that's the thing you got to be thinking about. You can't have any excuses out here because, look, 4 billion women in the world. First of all 4 billion don't like the same thing. You are who you are. You got to be comfortable with who you are. That's your genetics. That's you. Whatever your height is. And I don't care how much you try to fix your face or whatever. Or, you got some dudes, they going over to Turkey to get their hair done. It was like, whatever. It's like this brother, may he rest in peace, said. I'll never forget what he said. He said this way back. He was cutting my hair back in college. I'll never forget what he said. He said, the good Lord taking your hair. And yeah, well, he passed away. But he was getting women like crazy. But his head was shaved. Look, you just gotta be who you gonna be, and that's it. There's always gonna be something. Like, I knew this dude who was, oh damn, bitch. Anyway, I knew this dude who he had a lot of dudes didn't think he was getting played, but this dude was getting played like a champ. And this dude wasn't super muscular. And he wasn't over 6 feet. And I mean, I've known a ton of them. In fact, I've said several times I used to give out surveys to players. And one of the things I would check on was, okay, what's your body build? And I had some dudes, they are real big and everything. And some dudes was slim. It's different. And, you get some dudes saying, well, you got to be this, you got to be that. Dude, if you go outside, you won't see women with anybody. You go to a gym, you won't see women with anybody. Shoot, there was a woman at the gym I work out at, and she was maybe about 5'4". Her husband is about 5'6". But did he give a fuck? Nah. And trust me, dudes were checking out the woman. She wasn't no ugly woman either. Look. Because all you can be is yourself. All you can be is your height. All you can be is your body build. You're only going to do so much. That's why I say even with body game. Yeah, you want to hit the gym and everything, but there's only so much you can do. If your ass is naturally endomorphic, you ain't going to get that slim. Or if you naturally ectomorphic, you ain't going to get that big. Regardless. Like your physicality, all you can do is just work on being your best. But see, here's the thing. Women like different things. Okay, they're letting people through. They always doing some damn work up here. But like, man, y'all need it. Always something. They fixing up Maryland. It must be the tax system we got in this state. They always fixing up something. They making sure everything good. Shit. Man, they got this. Man. They had a cutie up there holding up a sign, though. One of those stop slow signs. Anyway, right? Look. You can't do it. See, one problem I see out here is some dudes. I mean, I've actually, like the height thing, because that's very common. Some dudes about 5'11" complaining and shit. I'm like, first of all, a woman can't even tell. Well, I use myself for an example. I've had several women say they call me 6 feet. I'm like, I ain't 6 feet. I know that. I don't feel like, I don't lie about my height. I don't put any damn stilts or anything in my feet. I am what I am. Yet I've had some women who were 5'9", 5'10", thinking I was 6 feet. But the whole thing, mentally, I'm just comfortable with where I am. Look, one of the things you gotta get, and I've said this before in some videos, being select is a big part of it. It's not physical, it's your mindset. It's your mindset, no matter what you built like. Like one of the most select dudes I know is a big old dude. But it's his mindset. His mindset is like, this is who I am. I'm going to get it. Like, you get those big men, right? But, every now and then I get some guy and they be like, well, I need some game. You don't need any special game based on their body build. It's like, man, just have that mindset. I don't give a shit if you big, small, tall, whatever. And your face, I mean, come on, man. Your face is your face. Your face is your face. Because you still get some Bammers out here thinking, yeah, it's all about the face, which is stupid in itself because women look at the whole package. And even then, some women, for whatever reason, they will purposely go for a guy whose face isn't all of that. For whatever reason. And it really is whatever their personal thing is. I told you, one of my favorite rejections was a woman rejected me because she called me a pretty boy. She called me a pretty boy. She said she liked men with rougher faces. Now, did I get mad at her? No, that's what she liked. These women ain't robots out here, see? They gonna like different things. And as a man, one of the biggest things is regardless of what you are, regardless of your body build, whatever, you just got to be confident in who you are. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Yeah, let me straighten this out a bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. But that's all you can do. Because you are what you are. What you want to do? You want to spend all this money to do stuff? Like you got like the height thing. Let me always jump on that because a lot of guys caught up into that. And like I said, you get some women out there talking about they like it, but that's not every single woman. That's not every single woman. And the thing is, if a woman say, well, I want a guy like this. Okay, good luck with that, girl. Good luck with that, all right? Don't worry about it. She ain't for you. Every woman ain't for you. First of all, the women that you want anyway, you want that woman who's down for whatever you got. You can't do anything. You ain't apologizing. And I don't give a shit what the fuck she say. You don't make her feel bad. Let me go on there and change it real quick. Too many men allow a woman to make them feel bad. You are who you are. If that woman don't like you for it, she just don't like you for it. She don't have to. She don't have to. Because I will say this, and I'm going on the women. If some guys say they don't like them for whatever reason, shoot, they crying and shit. Don't you cry if the woman don't like you for what your face look like, what your body build is, what your height is. Okay, you just don't deal with that woman. Damn. There you go. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with that type of woman. You got to be whoever you going to be, all right? And you got to be comfortable with yourself. I'm going to tell you what, you have to love yourself. Your physicality is all you can do. You know? Like I said, I always mention my sons. One is 6'3", 6'3" and a half. 6'3" and a half. The other one, 5'9". And neither one of them tripping. The 5'9" one, he actually get more women. Because he don't be tripping. He's like, this is what's up. This is what's up. Yeah, I always got to fix this thing. But, and that's all you can do. You can't worry about it. Because you have to be, as a man, you got to just be comfortable with yourself. You got to be comfortable with who you are and what you can do. Because you can't control it. However you worship God, you got made that way. Now, you can, you still can hit the gym, but what have I been saying about body game? Now, I know there's some dudes out there saying, oh, you got to be super muscular and stuff. Well, the originator of body game, the term anyway, I'm saying just have your best body. Women like different things. In fact, I saw a reel on IG, and this dude was showing these three women, these muscular dudes, muscular and cut, and the women weren't feeling them. They weren't feeling them. And, guys getting in the comments complaining. I'm like, man, They like it. Now you show that to a different group of women, they might say something different. Then let me get into that. First of all, stop treating all these women like they all want the same thing. They ain't robots. They all got different tastes. They like different things. Like I said, I remember, and this is a woman I stroked too. She said she don't got a problem with a short person. This is a woman I stroked. And she said her and a buddy, one of her friends said they don't mind short guys. And the reason why is they feel like short guys will work harder. They ain't have a problem with that. They also like older guys. I was like neither to this woman, but I was taller than her and wasn't that much older than her. I'm still getting it. And you don't know what's up. And plus, I said that about women anyway. Shit, they can get with a range of men. I've yet to meet a woman. I have yet to meet a woman. And trust me, I've met thousands. I ain't go out with thousands. I ain't stroke them. But like I said, I had 1,000 jobs, done a lot of vending, and I ain't have any approach anxiety. So, and talking with these women, they just like different types. All your ass has to do is just fix up your best, get your signature style, and go for it. A woman go and get with you. And I don't care what the fuck you look like. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't care. I've known some women who consciously got with dudes that would be called dusty. It's whatever. It's like I always say, like this young man said in a webinar he did for me. Every man on this planet can get 10 women. Every single man, regardless of what he do. If you have that mindset, no matter what, you're going to get something. I don't care. Sure. Like I've said before, I've been letting the hair beard grow out and stuff. I got some youngins and stuff. Women in their 20s and stuff. Be smiling, be like, hey, how you doing? It's like, whatever. Because it's what? Because I'm comfortable with who I am. Like as a man, that's all you can do. Be comfortable with who you are. You can't be like, because if you walking around like, oh, I'm too short, or I got this weight, or you got something that you really can't change, or your hair coming out, right? Well, shave it off. Height, walk with some good posture, do your best, and then just go on from there. Then the only thing I say is still present your best. Your best. Now, if you thinking you gotta like go pay a bunch of money for something or some surgery or something, you fucked up in the head, because that's not gonna change anything. Let me just say that. Like you got some dudes who will get their height right, but like I always say it, I've been saying it. They'll try to get taller. Like I saw something. This dude already 6'2", talking about he wanted to be 6'5". That's not going to change anything for him, because he got a fucked up head. I do mean that. He got a fucked up head. Because, like, damn, dude, you're already taller than 97% of the population. You thinking you put on a few more inches, that'll be something. It was like, no. You got something fucked up inside of you. Instead of just being comfortable where you at. In fact, let me talk about that height thing again, because I've seen some stuff. Some people commenting online, they talking about the height. They like, I'm 6 feet, I'm 6'2", I'm 6'3", I'm still not getting women. Because it's up here, y'all. It's up here. Because even everything I talk about in my book, Nice Guys and Players, it's about getting your mind right. Even when I talk about body game, that's about getting comfortable with your body and what you can control. In fact, it's the only thing you can control. Because no matter what with your face, your looks, there's only so much you can do for that. There's only so much you can do. Like your hair, yeah, you can control that the best on your face. Get a beard or let the barber bless you. Figure out what that is. But you still got to be comfortable with it. And shoot, I know some dudes, they ain't letting no barber bless them. They be like whatever, still be getting some. Looking rough as shit. I've known some, man, trust me, I've known some rough looking dudes. They ain't letting a barber come near. Still getting their dick sucked. Yeah. I told you about that time, I ain't mentioned this in a long time. But I was coming outside of this local mall and stuff and going to my car, and I saw this guy, he was in the passenger seat. He had that look on his face. All of a sudden, a woman's head came up. I was like, oh shit, he's getting a blowjob out of this mug. And that dude, let's just say, I could tell even from a distance, he had some jacked up teeth. In fact, I told you, I knew a dude, he didn't have any upper teeth. He was still getting something like crazy. We called his ass the Rhino. He didn't give a fuck. I was like, damn, how he getting these women? Those women don't see this motherfucker don't got no teeth. Shit. In fact, I was dropping off some food yesterday at a food pantry, you know, for some folks. Yeah, I got my generous side. And there was some we had. It was some food they didn't take because it was perishable. Because I had a ham and a turkey. I saw this dude go in, and you know, first I asked the woman in his car, did she want anything? She didn't want anything. I saw him. Dude's teeth were all jacked up. He ain't need it though. He ain't need what I had. I said, but shit, he got a woman though. And I've seen some dudes like that. But you know what? It's their mindset. They just said, fuck it. They just gonna go out here and do stuff. And like I said, these can be some attractive women or fuckable women. Because sometimes I've said some stuff like this, and some dudes will say, well, she don't look like all that. And see, hold up, let me get on that. Or maybe I'll talk about that on Friday or something. I'll talk about it. I ain't gonna do a car video tomorrow. But expect to see a regular video. I got something to say. But you know, you just gotta be like, whatever. Stop tripping. Stop tripping. It's all up here. I don't care what your physicality is. Like I said, the only thing I will say for physicality is get your head right. That's the only thing I would say. Not your head, but your physicality. Have it your best. Still get your head right too. But that's all you can do. That's all you can do. You can't let that stop you. You can't be like, oh, a woman don't want this, a woman don't want that. You don't know what the fuck a woman wants. Different women want different shit. Shit. Like I said a couple years ago, when I had lost that weight because of that stroke. And some guys were like, oh, you're looking great. But the women were like, Rom, you need a cheeseburger. Shit. They like different things. All you can do is just be yourself, be comfortable with yourself. Let me see. Oh, damn. Oh, this is going to be everybody coming for Thanksgiving, getting their Thanksgiving meal. Let me go find a good parking space. Shit. Easy park over someplace else. But let me go in here get my other parking space, my regular parking space. Shoot. But yeah, nah, man, look. Just don't be tripping over this shit, man. You are what you motherfucking are. Alright? You can't be worried about this shit. You can't be like tripping over it. In here. Alright. Anyway though. Yeah, so yeah, don't let anything stop you, man. I mean, you are what you are. Yeah, there's always gonna be somebody who don't want you, but don't stop yourself. There's always gonna be somebody you ain't tall enough, you ain't handsome enough, you too handsome, You ain't muscular enough. You too muscular. It's always going to be something. Stop tripping over it, all right? Stop tripping. So anyway, you are who you are. Just get your mind right, all right? So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace.